What is going on, Coastal Smoke Nation? It's your host, Baden Fuller, back up here in the podcast dome. And boy, I know one thing. It is good to be back from the Bahama cruise I was on for the last 2 weeks. So finally, when you're in the Bahamas on a cruise ship, it's the internet's kind of spotty, and the service and the Wi-Fi ain't the greatest sometimes. Even though the cruise ship had great Wi-Fi, it just wasn't the best and wasn't good enough for podcasting. And when you go through TSA, lugging around some podcast equipment would have been kind of tough. So left the podcast equipment back in the podcast dome as I went on that cruise. And boy, let me tell you, I drank so many margaritas on that cruise. I mean, I can't even count on how many fingers I have about how many margaritas I drink on that cruise. And boy, can they make margaritas on that cruise. Boy, were the margaritas good on that cruise. So, if you listen this far, you probably seen me out and about, and the whole intro I just did was completely false. I was never on a cruise. But I haven't been in the podcast dome recently. But you know what? We're going to change that tonight. It's a beautiful Thursday evening here in the podcast dome. The sun's shining. I can hear some birds chirping out there. I mean, just a beautiful fall Thursday night. We got one more day until Friday night football. We got Saturday college football. We got Sunday. We got some Thursday night football action coming up tonight. And last Thursday I probably should have did this episode a little bit earlier, but I was able for the first time in 10 years, I think, I was able to go see the Cincinnati Bengals play some football. What an incredible night between two 40-year-old quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers for the Pittsburgh Steelers and Joe Flacco for the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Flacco had Jamar Chase all night. Jamar Chase with 16 receptions, binging and bumping his way around, found the end zone a time or two. Then you had Joe Flacco seal the game with an incredible run on that last play, as we seen. And I mean, for the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers was just incredible that night. But you know what? Aaron Rodgers was not good enough to beat the Cincinnati Bengals that night, and the Bengals are back. Woo! We're back. I mean, like I said, I should have talked about this probably earlier in the week, but the Cincinnati Bengals are back. Joe Flacco has gave us hope. We trust Joe Flacco with all our might. I mean, we're going to absolutely spank the Jets this weekend. We're coming for the playoffs. Joe Flacco's going to lead us there. We're going to get Burrow back and healthy. Our guys are going to play with a chip on their shoulder. And you know what? We might just win the Super Bowl. How about that, guys? How about that? On October 23rd, I'm calling a Super Bowl championship for the Cincinnati Bengals. That might be going a little too far, but I'm sure these two guys right here, Cincinnati legends, agree that we're going to a Super Bowl. And if we don't, it is a disappointing season. I mean, a couple weeks ago for the Bengals, I was ready just to mount in. I was ready to go 2-15. I was ready to get the number 1 draft pick. But then you know what? We make a phone call over up to Cleveland, and then we say, hey, we need a quarterback. We think you guys got one. And Cleveland said, well, sure, we got Joe Flacco over here. We'll give you him. Heck yeah, boys, we got Joe Flacco. Then Joe Flacco, he comes down from Cleveland. I mean, he don't even know the playbook hardly when we're playing the Steelers. I mean, he been there a week. He played that opening game. He did probably barely even knew the playbook that game. He didn't have much practice going into Thursday night football. But you know what? He knew about 70% of the playbook, and he knew just enough to get the victory. I'm not much of a singer here, but you know what? We might have to sing the Bengals fight song. We might have to sing that fight song. Hear that Bengal growling, mean and angry. Here he comes a prowling, mean and hungry. And offensive boot, run past a boot. And defensively he's rough, tough. Cincinnati Bengals, that's our team. We're gonna cheer to victory. Touchdown Bengals! Put some points up on that board and win this game for Cincinnati! I don't even know if I got half of them words right, but, you know, I was in the mood to sing. I was in the mood to sing right now. That is for all you Steelers fans out there. I had to sing that song a little bit, just so you guys remember who my loyalty is from. I'm a loyal Cincinnati Bengal, and LSU Tiger, but anytime the Cincinnati Bengals can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's a great day. It's a great day. It's a great day. It's a great day. It's a great day to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, I know it's a whole new week, but we still got till Sunday to celebrate this, so I'm going to continue celebrating. I'm not even sure what the sports topics we're going to talk about today, but you know that we got the Cincinnati Bengals off our chest, and the Cincinnati Bengals are coming, and they're prowling, they're hungry. There is nothing like the white Bengal. All right, Steelers fans. Here's the issue. Here's the thing, Steelers fans. Here's the thing. Now listen closely. If you're a Steelers fan, you need to listen closely. If you're a Bengals fan, I think you'll understand what I'm about ready to say here. The white Bengal is one of the most dangerous Bengals there is out there. He is really dangerous. You didn't lose to the Cincinnati Bengals. You lost to the Cincinnati Bengals on whiteout night. There is nothing more dangerous than the Cincinnati Bengals on whiteout night. You lost to the white Bengals. They only come out once a year. Last Thursday was that time they came out. They're not coming back out again, so you don't gotta be scared. But the white Bengal came out. Joe Burrow showed up to the stadium. And Andrew Whitworth was the ruler of the jungle on Thursday Night Football. Now, what does that tell me? That tells me the Steelers were in trouble from the start. They were in trouble from the start. And boy, they had us in the first quarter. They were up 10-0 on us. But boom! Aaron Rodgers, what's he doing throwing it down 60 yards down the field? Intercepted. Going that way. A couple plays later, touchdown! Bengals, we're back in the ball game. Then what happens? Incredible interception on the sidelines. Cincinnati ball, going this way. Then what happens? Woo! Touchdown. 14-10 Bengals. And then kick a field goal. We're up 7 at the half. We're feeling good. Then you get to the fourth quarter. The Bengals winning. Aaron Rodgers drills back. Throws. Finds the receiver. Touchdown Steelers. 31-30. I think us all Bengals fans knew what we were thinking at that point. We were thinking, oh no, here we go again. But you know what? You gave Joe Flacco too much time. You gave Joe Flacco too much time. We got one of the best kickers in the freaking NFL. Joe Flacco leads us on a drive down there. And let's talk about what T. Higgins did in that drive. T. Higgins said, we need to win this football game. We're going to win this football game. He gets open. Should he score a touchdown? Yeah, he should. Touchdown gives us the lead. No, he slides. He slides. That's a winning football play, guys. If you guys are out there and you know football knowledge, you know what T. Higgins did at the end of that game was a winning football play. A winning football play. He made a winning football play right there. T. Higgins said, I'm not going to score because if I score, Aaron Rodgers, he's going to have too much time on the clock. 45 seconds or a minute is way too much time for Aaron Rodgers because we all know Chris Boswell can kick a 70-yard field goal and it could be good and Bengals lose. What happened is T. Higgins slides, milks more clock, sets up Evan McPherson to kick that field goal. Boom, Bengals give the Steelers the ball with like 6 seconds left. Not enough time for Aaron Rodgers. But credit to Aaron Rodgers for getting the football clear to the end zone on that last play. But you weren't beating the Bengals that night. You weren't beating the Bengals that night. You just weren't going to beat them that night. And the Bengals win. We get the Jets this weekend. And it is just going to be incredible football. If we can get to 5-4 going into the bye week, the whole NFL better watch out. They better watch out. And they just better watch out. I'm going to still celebrate this Bengals win until Sunday, until we play the Jets at 1 o'clock. I'll get my game face on about midnight on Saturday, but for now, the new NFL week hasn't started yet as of now, as we're recording, so I still have time to celebrate. And you guys probably going to watch this tomorrow or the next day or two, so I appreciate you watching. So, there's my first sports take, I guess. Now let's go to the LSU Tigers. What is the issue with the LSU Tigers right now? The issue is we are not winning football games. And that is a very big issue with not only me, but with the fan base. Losing to Vanderbilt on Saturday makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. Because LSU, I'm not saying Vanderbilt's a bad football team. Vanderbilt's a really good football team. Congrats to Vanderbilt on winning the football game. But LSU has way more talented players on their roster than the talent that Vanderbilt's going to have, that Vanderbilt has on their roster. That game, LSU was out-coached, outplayed, out-executed. You're not going to win in the SEC if you do them three things. If you can't, you got to execute, you got to coach better, I mean, LSU didn't do that stuff. They didn't execute or coach better, and they were outplayed. I mean, I know LSU had a couple guys out, but that is no excuse. Not much of an excuse. So where does LSU go from here? Well, I think this Saturday is a huge game for LSU. Absolutely a huge game for LSU. You got Texas A&M coming into Tiger Stadium. And you have a big opportunity to rally the troops a little bit here. Can LSU rally a little bit? If you beat Texas A&M, you're going to get more. You're going to get better life into this fan base than what this fan base is right now. We're all frustrated as crap, and everyone down in Louisiana, they're frustrated as crap. As an LSU fan, we expect national championships, and this was supposedly supposed to be the year for Brian Kelly. Yet we sit here at 5-2 after 7 weeks. You think this is supposed to be the year? I'm afraid if we lose on Saturday, we're looking at 8-4. We're probably staring 8-4. Cause 8-4. Cause you still got Alabama and Oklahoma on the schedule. Maybe 7-5, 8-4. That is unacceptable down at LSU. It is unacceptable. I mean, you got to find a way to win, beat Texas A&M or if you're Brian Kelly, you're probably coaching for your job on Saturday. Is Brian Kelly coaching for his job on Saturday? I don't know. I'm not fair and make that assessment so far, but I think, looking at the buyout of Brian Kelly, you're going to have to pay him a lot of money if you fire him. But coaches are also getting fired all over the place this year. But, I think Brian Kelly's there for another solid 1 to 2 years, even if you go 7-5, 8-4 this year at LSU. I don't think they're going to fire him this year, but yeah, he is coaching for his life. And if he can't turn this around in the second half of the year, I think us as a fan base, we're probably, LSU as a fan base, we're going to probably really turn on them, and you're going to see what happens. And I love LSU to death, and I do not want to see LSU football go this way. It looks like it is not going trending in the right direction at all under Brian Kelly. But you know what? If you win on, the positive is, you win on Saturday, you're heading into that bye week with momentum. But then you got Alabama and Oklahoma still in the back half. But man, if LSU rallies and is find a way to win out the rest of the year and go 10-2 and make the college football playoff, we're going to be excited as a fan base. So, I'm not giving up on the Tigers yet or Brian Kelly, but we'll see how we feel after this week. But I'm frustrated, but let's just see how it's going to work out. I think Saturday's going to tell you a lot about Brian Kelly's future at LSU. I think it's an uncertain future right now, but like I said, I think you're stuck. I think you're going to be stuck with Brian Kelly with the amount of money you want to pay him, because you're still paying Ed Orgeron a lot of money for letting him go. So you really want to pay Brian Kelly on top of that if you fire? I don't think you do if you're LSU, and I don't think you want to fork up that money, but us as a fan base, we're fed up under Brian Kelly. I'm also sick of watching press conferences, and it's pretty much the same thing said after a loss. And come on, man, I'd like to see some more accountability taken after losses in the press conferences. It just seems like we hear the same stuff all the time after a loss. So, it is what it is, I guess, right now. But huge opportunity for LSU on Saturday. See if we can beat Texas A&M. It's Saturday night in Death Valley, so, I'm going to be excited because I absolutely hate them noon games. I hate 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock games when LSU plays them. I mean, it just gives you no time to really do much pre-game and before the game. You gotta get the blood flowing a little earlier for them noon games, but we can really watch some college football during the day on Saturday and really gear up towards that LSU game. And big game, Texas A&M coming in undefeated, number 3 in the country, I think. So they're going to be a great opponent. There's been some great games between LSU and Texas A&M in the past, and I expect this one to not be any different. Of course, Whit Weeks, he's questionable again, or doubtful, excuse me, is what they came out and said today. He's doubtful, so probably won't see Whit Weeks in there. But I think we'll see Weeks in there after the bye week. Get him healthy going into Alabama. But I always like to say this: it's the next man up mentality. So I mean, you're losing one of your star linebackers back there on the defensive backfield. But you know what? It's another opportunity for another guy to step in there and make plays. And next man up mentality. You can't control injuries in this game sometimes. So we'll just see what happens. I'm excited for the opportunity. We get so many Saturdays to sit back and and watch the Tigers. So, I mean, no matter if we're 3-9 or 8-4 or 12-0, I'm going to sit back there every Saturday and watch the Tigers. But we'll see what happens. Is Brian Kelly coaching for his future? I don't know. I'm not. I don't know if I can answer that question really. But we're fed up as a fan base right now. The results has kind of been unacceptable so far. But we'll figure it out. I hope and just keep going on, and improve every day, and see if we can win our last 5 or so here and get to 10-2 and make the college football playoffs. And speaking of the college football playoffs, I know we all surely expect the Ohio State Buckeyes to be in there. We expect the Ohio State Buckeyes to. I think they're going to be probably one of the top seed, probably the top seed in the college football playoff. I mean, Ohio State, no, arguably, I don't think there's even an argument. Ohio State's the best team in the country. Ohio State, they have the best receivers in the country. Ohio State has the best receivers in the country, and it's not even close. And this is coming from a guy. I'm not bullcrapping you Ohio State fans at all. I've seen Odell Beckham Jr. play for LSU. I've seen Jamar Chase come through. I've seen Justin Jefferson come through. I've seen Malik Neighbors come through. Brian Thomas Jr. was at LSU. Those are some of the top wide receivers in the NFL right now. But this year in college football, the best wide receivers in college football are up the road in Columbus, Ohio at The Ohio State University. Jeremiah Smith and Cornell Tate is the best wide receiving duo in the country right now. And I have no shame in saying that as an LSU fan right now. They're the best receivers in the country. Julian Saban's one of the best. He's a really good quarterback who can get them the ball, which, I know the competition. I know they haven't played like the Penn States or the Michigans or the Indianas or yet, but I'm excited to see Sam play against some. I'm not downgrading the competition Ohio State played in the Big Ten, but there's some big games left on this Ohio State schedule where I'm excited to see how Julian Saban does in them ball games. And if he can put up numbers like he is already, Ohio State's, they may go back to back. I think Ryan Day is building a dynasty out of Ohio State, honestly. And I mean, I could. I think. Ohio State, best team in the country by far right now. But yeah, best receivers, really good quarterback. Uh, uh, they got the best damn band in the land as well. Uh, but they don't beat out the Golden Band from Tigerland because the Golden Band from Tigerland is the greatest marching band uh uh in college football. The Golden Band from Tigerland, the greatest marching band over any other band in college football. But don't get me started on that. But yeah. But yeah, Ohio State. They got the bye week this week. Get healthy, but then they'll have Penn State coming up. They got, of course, Michigan on Thanksgiving weekend. A game Ohio State has to win. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're getting to that point where their races are. It's not quite to the end of the season yet, but title conference races are starting to shape up a little bit more. You're getting a better idea of maybe who the 12 best teams are. You're finding out who has fallen. You're finding out who is rising. So we're in the great part of college football right now. I mean, this is one of the best years too, because NBA started Tuesday night. We had NBA yesterday. We got hockey. We got NASCAR still going. We got sprint car racing going. We're about ready. College basketball exhibitions are kicking off. They're gonna be into full gear, into full games here in a couple weeks. We got the Blue Jays and the Dodgers starting their series in the World Series. If you can't not get excited for this sport, for sports this time of the year, then I don't even know what to tell you. You're probably tuning into the wrong podcast. So, but I hope you keep listening. Because hopefully we make you excited for sports here. But great, just all kinds of stuff. I know on Saturdays. I'm watching college football most Saturdays. I'm keeping up with stuff throughout the week. It is one of the greatest times of the year, and you got high school football playoffs starting next year in the state of Ohio. You got Marion Local, who's in a couple weeks going to start defending their state championship. You got the Ironton Tigers down the road. They're going to start defending their state championship in a couple weeks. You got the Wheelersburg Pirates maybe playing the Ironton Tigers again in the playoffs. You got that. You got the Eastern Eagles out of Beaver, who Boston Webb and Eric Manley Jr. set 2 state records last week. You got the Uniota up the road. They're looking to get a playoff win next week or the week after. You got a big game in the township tomorrow as Huntington tries to get into the playoffs for the second time in a couple years, and you got Piketon who's still in the hunt and seeing if they can win and get in. Tomorrow we might as well go into high school football now. Tomorrow we got high school football around this area is just absolutely incredible. You got the rivalry week in the FAC, which I'm going to say you got Jackson and Chillicothe playing tomorrow for a league title. It looks like you got Miami Trace and Courthouse up in Fayette County battling. You got the Highland County battle between Greenfield McLean and the Hillsborough Indians. I mean, you got Uniota going for a gold ball tomorrow night against Westfall. Uh, I mean, just incredible football. I mean, you got Eastern, who they play tonight, which is Thursday night. They're going for another 10-0 season, and they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. I mean, just incredible stuff here in the Ohio High School Week 10 football here, and I'm going to have the honor to go down to the township tomorrow night, and you know, here, I hope I have service tomorrow on my phone, but you know, once you get in the hills, sometimes service kind of uh go service kind of dwindles a little bit when you get up into the Huntington Hills, but you know, I think I'm going to have service. I'm thinking positive here about service, but you know, I'm going to be there anyways, taking pictures, and it'll be in the newspaper the morning or the day after there. So yeah, I mean, we got that. We got there's probably plenty of other games tomorrow. I'm I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but I mean, we got a rivalry in Scioto County. A couple of them actually. We got Valley and Memphis. I mean, I know Memphis kind of had their struggles this year, but I mean, that game's always a hard fought game, so you never know what's going to throw records out the window. And that one, you got Wheelersburg and Portsmouth West tomorrow. You got, I mean, incredible. You got, uh, I can't even think many more. I'm kind of thinking and going through stuff as I go through here, but you know, another. I mean, it's kind of sad to see high school football, the regular season dwindle down, but it's the fun time, the tournament time, and tournaments are always fun. I mean, you get tournaments are just always fun. Another week to compete, and you win, you move on, you lose, you go home, and that's the best part about sports is you got a winner and a loser all the time, and and you never know who it's going to be, and you just get go after it for 2 hours or so every night, and that's the fun part about sports and tournaments. So, I mean, I expect a incredible weekend of high school football action, incredible weekend of college football action. But you know, I'm I think we might be calling this episode a little early tonight, folks, because, you know, I had to run an errand today, and, I actually stopped at, the Krispy Kreme Donuts up in, Chillicothe, as I was, running my errand real quick, and, you know, I left them downstairs, and, you know, when you leave food downstairs in this house, they might be eaten or halfway gone when you get down there, but you know, you know, these ain't the generic Walmart or Kroger bought Krispy Kreme donuts. This is the original Krispy Kreme. So I mean, I mean, when you go to Chillicothe, I mean, you about have to stop at the Krispy Kreme donuts. I mean, I think I talk a lot about donuts on this channel. Actually, I mean, it is not the first time I actually talked about donuts. If you recall a couple episodes back, but you know what? As a sports enthusiast, I think I'm just as much as a donut enthusiast. I mean, I am in a I'm in just. I mean, I don't even know who my number one donut shop is right now. There's just so many of them. I mean, you recall I go down to Beach Blondie's Donuts down there. I mean, I'm there at the beach once a week. I'm eating Blondie's donuts every night. Then you got, the Krispy Kreme up the road, and Chillicothe. That's a tie for first, I think. Blondie's has to be a tie for first. New Systems Bakery, uh, that has to be a tie for first. Heaven Sent Bakery, that's probably a tie for first. I I don't even. I I mean, the great thing about donuts is it they're just like ESPN channels. You like when you turn on the ESPN channels on a Saturday. You got ABC showing football. You got it's not ESPN, but you got Fox showing football. You got NBC showing football. You got ESPN, ESPN2. You got CBS Sports Network. You got CBS. You got Peacock. You got TNT, TBS, True TV. They're showing football. The CW's showing football. Walking into a donut shop is like a grid. Is like a television grid when you're watching a college football on a Saturday. You want like a pecan long john? They got pecan long johns. You want a white frosted long john? They probably got a white long john with white frosting on it. You want the iconic glazed donut? You got glazed donuts. It's like ESPN channels. You might have Texas A&M and Syracuse playing on one channel, but you don't. It's like a donut. You might have the pecan donut, but maybe you want the glazed donut. I think one day I'm gonna have to bring donuts up here and just have a donut like eating contest. It is like donuts are like sports. I guess is what I'm trying to say. You got glazed, you got pecan, you got white frosted, chocolate frosted, you got powdered sugar donuts, you got donut holes. Oh, I love donut holes, and that is what Blondies ain't really donut holes. They're the mini donuts. You got mini donuts, you got donut holes, you got big donuts, you got small donuts. It is just like a college football TV grid. There's just so many options. Like when you're sitting down on a Saturday, scrolling your options, you just got all kinds of options. Or watch college football or college basketball or something. It's like going to the donut shop, and then you pay your $14, $15, $16, and you come home a half hour later, and you got your snacks for the evening or your breakfast in the morning, and I think I'm hoping I can get them into the morning, because I think I'm gonna have them for breakfast to celebrate Friday. So probably if you want to know what I'm having for breakfast tomorrow, I'm probably going to have some donuts and probably some chocolate milk, hopefully. But it could change. But hopefully they ain't eaten by now as I'm speaking. But had to get back in the podcast dome today, because I gotta be honest with you guys, it could be slim now. Being in the podcast dome might be a little more challenging starting next week. I'm hoping maybe I'll have an episode next week. But, sometimes I go on these hiatuses, but, I just felt the passion of some things tonight. But I want to challenge you guys to something for all you listeners who have got this far. I'm thinking I need to post another TikTok video. So, I've been singing and talking about music a lot tonight. And I'm really hoping that my work buddies in the morning see this. Because I'm hoping I walk into work in the morning and they immediately hit me with this. Let's go to honesty hour. I guess. I decided I'm a Sabrina Carpenter fan. I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna hide it. I mean, I was a Sabrina Carpenter fan before she was on. I like to watch Saturday Night Live sometimes, and I seen she was on there the other night. But I'm a Sabrina Carpenter fan. I like the music. Uh, I can't remember the concert it was, but she brought Earth, Wind, and Fire out one time. Absolutely legendary. I seen that on TikTok the next morning. I was like, new favorite singer. I don't even care if I never listen to the music anymore. If I never listened to it before, actually. Corrected me. I'm a Sabrina Carpenter fan, and I'll admit it. I like all kinds of music. I listen to about anything, but we're going to honesty hour here, and yeah, Sabrina Carpenter. Oh, I, I like Sabrina Carpenter. So, I mean, I was listening to Sabrina Carpenter running my errands today. You just gotta vibe what you gotta vibe. When I'm in the car, I'll go from Travis Tritt to the Red Hot Chili Peppers to Coldplay to Sabrina Carpenter. I'm just that guy. But I was listening to Sabrina Carpenter running around errands today. But I think we're going to sign off tonight, folks. I got Krispy Kreme donuts. We talked a lot about sports. I got a little excited about the Bengals because I had to. I'm sorry, Brandon. Had to get excited about the Bengals. Uh, but we talked about LSU. We talked about the Buckeyes. We talked about donuts. We talked about just about anything I could think of. But it's nice to be back in the podcast dome and with all you guys. And just remember to like, comment, and subscribe.